and use slang and Scrabble. Rhyme with a northern drawl, twang and babble. Flossy pen jargon, break the world record. Do a 4-steam bargain and take the girl naked. More spots than a leopard. Then he had to stop, the block was hot peppered. Shepherd, leading the sheeps out to slaughter.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Every time you saw ya,
man?
trying to douse a pinch of weed
Alright,
in
man,
a
what y'all
frat
up to?
street house. Make mincemeat out of that beat mouse.
We streaming.
Welcome
You know
to the
what I
show.
mean? We off
Remember,
up in
whatever
this
you
mug.
do not boo the flow.
And,
School the dumb on the number one.
you know what I mean? That's what it do.
Still you never met a cooler bum. Give the
It's your boy
drummer some
Tyrone
rum.
Copple.
Sure he can use a shot.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
to get his
We,
cues hot. So he don't lose his spot.
We off up
A
in this
stranger
mug.
who speaks
Alright,
to
so
you
let's see here.
vocal.
Let's press
Danger
button
made
on
the
this
beat,
thing.
get a freak to do the bogle.
Close enough.
Everything they wanted, they grabbed and took.
Yes,
He
Rivian.
had a secretary to take the calls.
There's nothing sweeter, nothing more delicious.
The bounty on his fro was bills and double dollars. Bills, pills, muddle flows that befuddle scholars.
I should probably restream
Girl
this.
with the bubble hollers.
You know what I mean?
She rocked leather and gold, a fat blouse, and need a brother with soul to let her cat out. Even if the rat couldn't compete with Kraus, I'll make mincemeat out of that beat mouse. Tap your toe, grind, strap for dough, rap for show. To let the whippersnappers know.
We'll be streaming
Sucks
tomorrow.
to be them.
We'll do a
Pass that
different title
loot.
tomorrow.
Up under the tux he wore.
Alrighty
a
then.
hazmat suit.
Let's do
Sounded
this,
like
men.
Froggy, sipped the
We're all up
groggy
in this
potions.
thing,
Be up in the
and
party
on
with the
God,
flyest
we got the
devotions.
links.
On the list of lobbyists.
Alright, so
with
hold up, let me
lotions.
turn this down
Gave his
some.
donation to the lady with the
Pepper.
lotions. Swollen hand itching, the old man bitching.
Love this song.
The fan with the gold band twitching.
In all actuality, alright, so let's do this. I hope you guys can't see the screen. Can't make that joke. So, where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? We is getting the links to the Discord off up in this mug. Yes. Today we are going to check out some videos that I'm technically not supposed to be checking out, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, we gonna watch the mugs anyway. Yeah. So I'll tell you guys a bit of the backstory, yo. So today we're gonna check out some Mr. Nightmare scary story videos. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Alright.
I done fucked my Risha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy. I was locked 23 and 1. Now I bought like 23 and 1.
If our internet permits it. If not, then we shall play video games instead. Or instead. Yes. Alright, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio. Type of 2 in the chat if you can't hear the audio. Let's see. This button. And then this one. Yeah, right. Alright. That one in there. Alright, so let's see. Hey, what's up, yo? Won't stop, bad boy.
I was upgrading from my last whore. I done fucked my Risha, Keisha, and Joy. And I ain't tripping if you didn't enjoy. I was locked 23 and 1. Now I bought like 23 and 1. Sniper game, I'm always playing manhunt. I know one who killed the fool and what.
Alright, y'all, so let's see. We got the link. We got the first link up. We got the first chat up. Bringing up the second chat. And then we will immediately be getting started. Can't stop, won't stop, bad boy. No. It's not the right one. Alright, hold on. Look at a different one. And not gonna make that joke. Alright. I think this is it. Won't you play with me? Alright, we got it. We off up in this mug. Ooh. We got here a lot faster than normal. Alright, so let's see. Now we're bringing up the videos. And let's see. Alright, hold up. I'll get to you guys' chats in a second. Super chat you guys' questions through if you guys want me to get to your chat super immediately. But I'm streaming on multiple platforms. And y'all know how that is. All right, so let's see. Got that mug up. That's what's up that you checked me out when I was, you saw my Happy Tree Friends videos. That's what's up. Which one was your favorite one? Let's see. Button. This thing. Is this the one? That's the one. That is the one. Damn it. Okay, this is it. Alright, y'all. We starting this mug up. Boom. Camera small. And let's do this. What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD. And today we are here to do none other than to check out the extremely scary videos. Not gonna lie. We're gonna need all the luck we can get. Because y'all know how I get. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Oh, that was a good crack. You guys have sent me these videos. Now, if you guys do want to super chat to your boy, the easiest way to super chat to your boy is directly through the tip jar that is pinned up in the comment section up above and or so below. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of them hoes. You know what I mean? The second best way to super chat to your boy is directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you guys do want a super chat request that's 50 in super chat, preferably sent directly to the tip jar and or directly to the channel. Either which one doesn't make me, no, never mind. You know? But with that being said, let's do this. If you guys do send something through the tip jar, do me the biggest favor and say tip jar so that I'll know to check the tip jar. And whatever you do, don't go in the room on the left. I've been watching Cyanide and Happiness, man. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Hey, what's up, Apex? The one with the lemon eyeball. Makes a lot
This first
of
video
sense.
for today was uploaded to the YouTube account Professor Cynical, a content creator from England who typically only posts gaming videos.
Oh.
So when he uploaded the following video and titled it Terrifying Encounters, My Very Haunted House, it came as a surprise to his viewers. Apparently, after moving into his new house, Professor Cynical started experiencing a series of disturbing events that left him questioning his own beliefs. In the first clip you're about to see, Professor Cynical recounts some of the strange events
my
that have
attention
taken
immediately.
place in his home.
Alright everybody, so a lot of you guys have been asking about how things are going in the house. Now for anybody who doesn't know, strange things have been happening. Like, for example, I posted a video not too long ago where
How
the
strange?
door was rattling
of strange we talking?
constantly. Like, literally the door handle was physically rattling and I opened the door, no one's there. So, I mean, I don't know if I believe in this sort of stuff. I really don't. And then another video before that, it sounded like someone was physically running down the stairs at me. And that kind of stuff happens all the time now. And
Yeah, that could be bad.
the hell?
Retreat. Nigga, put them cameras in the box. Get the camera equipment. Grab the cords. Go, go. Run, black people.
Oh, I'm sick of this shit.
Run for our lives.
Time as utterly terrifying. It is
It
just
was
one
the
of
with
those
the
things.
lemon eyeball one. That's fire.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I don't know really what else to do about it. So what I've done is
While the door
I
moves.
captured a good few things whilst I've not been posting videos about it.
Professor Cynical explains the problems he's been facing when, out of nowhere, the kitchen
My
drawer
bad, I'm
suddenly
getting the call.
slides open mysteriously by itself. Then, although Professor Cynical doesn't notice,
Hey, what's
the
up?
door behind him begins to move. But
I'm
this
done.
is
I'm
just the
chilling.
beginning.
Doing good.
Professor Cynical
Streaming.
begins hearing noises
doing, man?
downstairs, so he sets up a camera in his living room and patiently waits behind it. And it doesn't take long before this happens.
The Hood Magician. Yeah, I gotta download that mug. Yeah, I gotta find a way to send it to you on Instagram. 'Cause,
I'm sick of this. So just to show you guys that there's, oh, for God's sake, literally nothing here.
So all I have to
My
do
tripod's
is
getting caught and everything.
send it, even though you couldn't send it.
Literally
Even though
nothing
you
here.
couldn't find a way to download it. So I have to download it and you, okay.
Look,
So I got to
see?
figure it out.
Absolutely nothing. Oh, sorry, it's just my tripod wire dangling on the floor there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it sent to you in about an hour and a half or so.
Just to show you
know
as
what I mean,
well.
give me about an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm gonna finish my stream and I'm gonna send it to you. All right, cool. Talk to you later.
Oh, this is crazy. Right. Wait a minute.
What happened? Is something missing?
That wasn't.
Huh?
Oh, for God's sake, that wasn't even on
Hey, they got
before.
Fortnite. Haha. That
Right,
elephant
I'm trying to
creepy.
get set
Creepy.
back up here. Like, I've never tried to call out before. Apparently, it's a
Those
ghost
toys look
here.
festive.
Again, I'm not saying I believe in that stuff. I really don't. I really don't. But apparently, if you call out, things are meant to happen, or you'll get a response, or something. So, fine.
What type of
let's just
response
try
is
it.
he looking for?
I don't know how you're meant to do this kind of stuff, but let's see. Let's see. Hello. Is there any ghosties about? If there's anybody there, can you say hi?
How? Who? How? Why?
Nice to meet you. If there's anybody there.
This ghost about to whoop his ass. Please whoop his ass.
Can you make something move?
I don't know why. But please whoop his ass. Yo, type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio. Type of 2 in the chat if you can't hear the audio.
Can you make anything move?
Damn. What?
An orb quickly flies by the camera, then the door handle aggressively goes up and down. Professor Cynical rushes to open the door, but there's no one on the other side. And even when he checks behind the door, he finds nothing. But when he heads back to the living room, the TV is now on when just before it was off. Confused, he sets back up the camera and sits on the sofa. He calls out to whatever he thinks might be causing the activity in his home, but gets no reply. Until he says, "Can you make something move?" And then a chair suddenly slides across the floor towards him. A short while later, Professor Cynical decides to record again.
Don't worry about that. That was my air freshener going off automatically. 8 minutes. Bargain. Nah, mate. Nah.
You asked it to move it. You told him to do it.
Nah. Nope. I am moving out. I don't know what this is. I don't care what this is. Nope. Just showing you again, ladies and gentlemen, there is nobody else here. Nope.
In the dim light, we can see the door moving by itself again. Orbs and dust, as what Professor Cynical says they might be, can be seen floating around. Although paranormal believers claim that these orb-like things are to do with the supernatural, then if you look closely, the door begins to move slowly, but again, when he checks, there's no one behind it. And after searching the rest of the kitchen and bathroom, there's no one. After uploading this video to YouTube, Professor Cynical's viewers were spooked. They believe and agree with him that his...
Alright, y'all. So we about to check out some videos that I haven't seen in a long time. Some videos so wildin', I'm gonna have to delete this stream after I watch these. What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD, And today we are here to check out some videos that I haven't been able to watch for the longest time, man. I've wanted to react to these videos for years, but unfortunately I couldn't because the person that put the videos out is a less than reputable human being. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I'm saying, oh boy. But we checking the mugs out today. He can kiss my ass. Let's do this. Bruh. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. For today, we are here to check out 3 true scary lockdown stories. Scary stories. Some of the best scary stories. Some damn good scary stories. Let's do this. Of the school lockdown variety. At the end of this mug, I might even tell y'all one of my school lockdown scary stories. And y'all can tell me if y'all think it's true or not. We'll play truth. At the end of this video, we're going to play truth, lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you guys 3 stories, and you guys have to pick which one is the truth and which 2 are the truths and which one's the lie. You'll be able to do that in the comment section. Let's do this.
I was 16 in my junior year of high school. I had 9 periods in a school day. 5th period was lunch, and straight from there was my astronomy class. My astronomy class was actually held in one of the 2 basement classrooms of the school. My high school was big. There were 3 floors, and even that wasn't enough to accommodate all the classes offered.
That reminds me so much of the high school I went to.
So the school built 2 classrooms in the basement.
I went to like 20 different high schools.
It was honestly kind of creepy down there when nobody else was around. It used to be a janitorial area. However, it was remodeled to better resemble a typical hallway. The only thing, there were no intercoms or loudspeakers down in the basement at that time. For that reason, no classes were held down there first period for the morning announcements. Everyone referred to this little section of the basement as the chamber.
What's
and
up,
everyone
y'all?
always tried to get classes down there just because it was air conditioned and the classes were typically easier. Plus, it had its own bathroom down there.
I'll move the speaker.
We had a quiz in astronomy that day. Usually I was one of the first done just because I found the class easy. After I finished my quiz, I texted my friend who was in the other basement classroom to meet me in the bathroom because I was bored. He told me okay. I walked out of the classroom and down the small hallway to the bathroom. A few seconds later, the door opened and my friend JJ entered the bathroom.
You wanted your homeboy to meet you in the bathroom?
We were joking around for a while until JJ checked his phone and said someone texted him saying the school was going on lockdown.
Oh.
We both looked at each other with the same grins.
No.
Neither of our teachers saw us leave the classrooms. That meant we had free range of the school while it was on lockdown. We agreed to sneak upstairs and look around the hallways just for the hell of it. The worst that would happen is that we'd explain how we couldn't hear the announcements in the basement classrooms. Upon opening the basement door to the main floor, we were surprised to find all the lights had been turned off, so the hallways were pretty much pitch black aside from the light pouring in from the doors in the lobby.
Word?
This was legit because usually the lights were left on in the hallways during lockdowns. Something was going down, and we didn't know if we were even comfortable walking around now.
Yeah, it goes down to the jeans.
JJ stepped out a little further into the hallway, and I followed suit. JJ then looked down the hall and said, "Who's that?" I looked, and emerging from the darkness was a man.
Emerging?
At first, we couldn't tell if he was a teacher or not, but as he got closer, we realized this guy wasn't dressed at all like any staff member. He was dressed like a bum. Alright, let's go.
Homeless person.
I told JJ as we hurried back down to the basement.
I've had to deal with homeless people before. Scary, scary people. I actually had to deal with one. Well, I had this one time, this homeless dude, he pulled a knife on me. And I think he probably meant to get me for my belongings. Unfortunately for him, due to my extremely boisterous upbringing, I Started laughing at him, and he put his knife away and then started dancing. He started doing flips and everything. Got a couple of real good ones too. He did some really good cartwheels and shit. I was impressed. I was so impressed. I just let him go. Yeah, I'm saying that was a good ass show is what it was. You know what I'm saying? You reminded me of like a court jester, like one of the motherfuckers like back in like the 1800s when the king would or some bullshit would happen. King be like, court jester, get out here and make me laugh. And the nigga would come out with a scepter and shit, and he'd have like his boots would be pointed like Will Ferrell from the Elf movie and shit. And then he would like do flips and cartwheels and shit. It was good stuff, you know. But unfortunately, the very unfortunate ending for that is that when he was doing his first cartwheel, because he was wearing a trench coat, you know what I mean? And then when he pulled his knife out, I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then when he put his knife away, because I was laughing at him when he pulled his knife out, and then when he started doing flips, it's only at that point that I realized this nigga wasn't wearing nothing up under that trench coat. This is a pair of tighty whities, man. Shit. We gonna edit that out. That's a horror story for your ass. Yeah, I'm saying no Diddy, but definitely for your ass. You know.
He surely saw us, whoever he was. We saw both classrooms had their doors shut and lights off, so to avoid making a scene, we decided to hide in the bathroom.
Good idea.
I shut the light first thing, and then we both went to hide in the corner stall.
Hell yeah, you did.
There was complete silence in the room. No ventilation, no heaters, nothing.
No heaters.
Just the sound of me
Y'all
and
had
JJ
centralized
breathing,
heating?
and an occasional drip from the sink.
Drip.
The door to the bathroom suddenly opened, and light from the hallway poured into the bathroom for a brief moment.
Oh shit.
The door shut, and the bathroom was once again pitch black.
Shit.
Me and JJ tried our best to control our breathing. The room was so silent that we could hear somebody walking over to our side of the bathroom.
Fuck.
The person stopped and started breathing really heavily, as if they were out of breath.
And y'all homies over hoes looking
Me and
ass niggas
JJ
is in
were
the
both
same
scared
stall.
to death. JJ
Looking
did
like
something
a couple
very
of he
dumb.
sluts.
He whispered in my
Whores,
ear,
I tell you.
"We have to
All
crawl out of the
whores."
stalls." The room was so silent, however, that even JJ's whisper could be heard from across the room.
Word?
The heavy breathing outside the stall stopped, and the person tried pressing the stall door in. That was when I whispered, "Go, go," to JJ. We both crawled under the sidewall to the next stall over, and then the next stall, and then finally out to the other side of the bathroom. The person was now full on banging on the stall door. Me and JJ hopped up off the floor, opened the door, and as the light filled the room again, we saw the guy from upstairs in the corner. We pounded on the door to JJ's class. The teacher let us in within seconds. JJ explained everything as the teacher locked the door, mentioning a gun sticking out of the man's pocket.
Oh no.
I was shocked to hear this because I didn't see a gun,
Not
but
a
I went
gun.
along with it anyway. Usually a bunch of high school students would be laughing their asses off at two students causing a scene like this, but I noticed all the kids sitting in the corner looked concerned.
Damn it. Hey, what's up? Yep, I'm streaming. Transaction description number. So I do. I do. I see two for yeah. My bad, y'all. We back. We live. All right. Oh, look. Give me a second. We're going to start this mug back up. Let's see. Where the hell the videos go? Dude. Videos. Let's see. Videos. Videos. Oh, here we go. Chill. All right, y'all. Let's finish these. Hold up. Made me jump. Oh. Hey, what's good, Giovanni? All right, y'all, let's do this.
Sudden bang at the door made everyone jump, and a couple of girls squeal out of fear.
Oh.
JJ, the teacher, and I could see the man standing at the door, looking through the window while trying the doorknob.
Oh.
After a few bangs on the door out of what seemed to be anger, he turned and walked down the hallway back to the stairs. We don't know how much longer the lockdown went on for, but for over an hour we sat in silence in the room, other than the teacher occasionally asking me and JJ questions in a very concerned tone, shaking his head after everything we would tell him. Eventually, somebody from upstairs called the teacher, and he instructed all of us to single file walk up the stairs and out of the building, where we would be greeted by cops. Me and JJ did the best we could at describing the man to the cops and to the dean.
What's up, nonchalant?
One of the cops patted me on the back, and we were sent off to go home. After this incident, the school installed cameras everywhere and ramped up the security budget. This incident never got media attention, so honestly, we never found out if police caught the guy.
What's up, Artavius?
I'm convinced that man had no other intentions but to kill us then and there in that bathroom stall.
And Tronsky. Damn. Yeah, homeless people are scary, man. I've been attacked a couple times. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me see. Oh, I told you guys one of the homeless stories. That'll be a story for that one. All right, so type a 1 down in the comment section if you think that story was the lie.
I'm a retired New Jersey police officer. Throughout my 20 years in the force, the most disturbing call I ever received was for a school lockdown happening at a nearby middle school, of which I'll leave out the name for legal reasons. It happened on a stormy, dark day. My car number was called on the radio to respond to a lockdown, where a suspicious-looking man was seen stepping out from a white van parked behind a school and walking into the back door by the boys' locker room.
Ugh.
I pulled up to the back parking lot of the school, right next to the white van. Nobody was inside, and all the doors and trunk were locked.
You mean like that action show on Amazon?
I opened the red back door that entered into the gym hallway, right by the locker rooms.
At least the
blue
main
one. Lights had been turned off, so the whole inside of the school was dark.
Bruh, that is the same type of trophy case that I watched a kid almost get Final Destination on when I was in high school. It was one of my foster high schools. Bruh. I'll tell y'all at the end of this story, bruh. It's crazy.
I unholstered the flashlight from my belt and used it to navigate the halls. I made it to the lobby of the school, where a woman emerged from the front office quietly, telling me to check the boys' locker room, but to be careful because the person might be armed.
Huh?
I called for backup on my radio and was assured backup was already on the way.
How many arms he got?
I made it back to the hallway I entered from, where I found the boys' locker room right next to the exit.
Not the boys.
I pushed it open very quietly. There were no windows in the rooms, therefore there was no light whatsoever in that locker room. Only the light provided by the flashlight. There was a white noise in the room, some kind of vent on the ceiling blowing air. But even over that, I was hearing faint scratching type noises, or little dings on the locker doors from the other side.
So which from Left 4 Dead?
I was supposed to make my presence as a police officer known, but honestly, I was just too scared.
Fuck that.
The tension in the room was insane. I held my flashlight in one hand and my gun in the other as I snuck to the other side of the locker room. It seemed like wherever I was in the room, the dings and thuds would be coming from the other side.
Oh, I bet.
I was standing in the corner of the locker room, right by the door to the bathroom, when the sound of someone slamming a locker door from another room made me jump out of my skin. I went in the direction where I heard the slam, to find out that it was from the boys' football team locker room.
Oh.
There was no door separating the main locker room from the football locker room. The lockers in here were also 3 times the size. I finally had the nerve to make my presence known by
Also,
shouting
Snow Bunny?
police. After shouting, a kid
Snow
started
Bunnies are good
screaming
people.
help from somewhere in the room.
They're naked people.
It was very
It
muffled,
might even
though.
do things for.
The kid pounded on
free,
the locker
usually.
door on the other side of the row I was in.
And gosh darn
When
it,
I found out that the boy was
there's
trapped
nothing more
inside of a
American than
locker,
that.
I felt sick in my stomach.
So
I told him I'd be right back, once again calling for backup while running outside to where the
I'm
white
for
van
Snow
was.
Bunnies.
It was gone.
I like
My
bunny,
biggest
I like
mistake
rabbits
was
in general,
not getting
though.
the plate number
I grew
first
up on
thing.
Space Jam.
I told dispatch to be on lookout for a suspicious white van.
Oh,
I
why
ran
the van
back
gotta be
into the
white?
school and instructed the staff in the front office to end the school day and to send somebody with a key to the locker room to get the boy out of the locker. The boy was held by the man with a knife on his back, as I speculate the man was quietly trying to get the 12-year-old boy to his van.
Ew.
The boy was bleeding on his arm from the man cutting him while resisting. The man's van was spotted a week later in a 7-Eleven parking lot, where he was arrested after being properly identified.
EDP don't. What type of nasty shit? Oh. Alright, so what happened was this dude, this really, I had this big buff friend of mine back when I was in high school, at least that high school. And this dude was my friend because I never saw him lose a fist fight. And he was way bigger than me. I was small back then. I was what you would call a pacifist, never been in a fight before. So it was paramount that I make friends with this really big behemoth shaped guy. You know, he fought as good as he looked scary. Like it was a great deal. So with that being said, I remember him teaching me, like, you know, I remember him being one of the first people that was teaching me how to fight. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me to block with my hands and forearms and all this stuff. And I remember about 2 weeks later after he taught me that, we were walking into the front double doors of the high school, right? Up the stairs, then down the stairs. Now, in the mornings, now this was in the morning, so everyone was super duper freaking crowded. You know what I'm saying? Everyone was walking through this freaking entry hallway. So as we get through the doorway, we're passing by the trophy cases, the ones that this story time reminded me of. As we're passing by there, this guy who was with his new girlfriend, who was really attractive or whatever, she had hazel eyes, he's like, yo, I heard you've been talking shit about me, and says that to him. And the dude is like, oh man, what's really bad is I think the guy might have been saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? So the guy, being way bigger than me, he was taller than both me and my friend. This guy was about 7 feet freaking tall. My homeboy, like literally, he was a spitting image of Shaquille O'Neal. I shit you not. I think he was even a football. I think he was even a baseball player. Like, it was a crazy comparison. My homeboy, he looked like Sinbad the comedian. But I'll be damned, Sinbad in this universe, he wasn't a comedian. This nigga had hands. Like, crazier hands than lightning hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the dude starts picking on me. My homeboy, you know what I mean, being my homie that's teaching me boxing, you know, I'm not even going to lie. I was scared. I was not going to fight this huge behemoth Shaquille O'Neal looking motherfucker. This nigga's like 70 feet tall and shit. Human skyscraper type shit. My homeboy moves me out the way gently, and he's like, nah, Maurice, I got this. And he stands in front of me. He's like, yo, he's like, bro, you ain't just going to be picking on my homies like that, bro. Like, is you good? And then the dude was like, you know what, man, I got a problem with you, man. You know what I mean? I got a problem with him. I heard stuff about you. Whatever, man, let's throw it. And the homie, he doesn't even try to fight him. He's like, look, let's not fight. that this doesn't make any sense, right? Like it would be goofy for us to like, just go at it and start tripping and whatnot. Thank you guys for 13 diamonds. And the tall big dude is like, yeah, because you a bitch. You scared. I know you scared. And he throws a punch at my homeboy. My homeboy, I'll never forget it. He moves, he slips the punch, grabs the guy by his throat, then grabs around the back of the guy's head, and then moves and throws him through the trophy case, glass and everything. Oh shit! Oh shit! And then when this dude's face is still in the glass case, right? Mind you, when he put his face through the glass case, all the glass, like 80% of the glass shattered, right? The last 20% of the glass was still hanging up in the frame of the trophy case. But unfortunately, when glass shatters, it never shatters straight. So it was all the glass that was so the 20% of the glass that was up top in the trophy case still was shaped like the business end of the bottom of a Sonic the Hedgehog level. Like, how they put the spikes at the bottom of the stage and shit come down and it, you know what I mean? You lose a whole continue or a life or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Unless you got the Chaos Emeralds. But with that being said, my homeboy is still wailing on this dude while his face is inside of the trophy case. Bah! 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 And he's doing commentary the whole time. What's that shit you was talking, nigga? Huh? No, fuck that shit, nigga. What you? Like, he's saying crazy shit. He starts shouting out his gang, all types of shit. I didn't even know he was affiliated. So luckily enough, two of the female teachers plus the black principal who looked just like the ladies' man, Leon Phelps. Looked just like that, nigga. Leon Phelps, ladies' man. Like, he looked just like that spitting image. Like, it's this black dude on SNL. That's the guy. So the two girls, they jump on my buff friend and they drag him off the back of the dude of the Shaquille O'Neal looking motherfucker, right? They drag my homie up off of him and shit. They talking to him, and I can hear him talking to him like, yo, you shouldn't be doing this. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. And as they're giving him that talk, we all start hearing some rustling, right? Like some glass moving around. It's the Shaquille O'Neal looking dude. He's writhing in pain. He's half knocked out, half concussed, half drowsy, and he's like moving around in the glass case. And it's at that moment that the top 20% of the glasses, that was the glass case that was shaped like the bottom of a Sonic, the business end of a Sonic the Hedgehog level and shit, the one that was shaped like the spikes on the Sonic the Hedgehog level, that shit, apparently the glass, it wasn't like apparently the trophy case wasn't good enough to keep that glass in place, and that glass literally, like, it was like a guillotine, but with sharp edges and made of glass. The shit apparently loosens around the sides and then just drops like a guillotine, heading straight for the back of the Shaquille O'Neal looking motherfucker's neck. Right, it was literally gonna like land on the back of his neck. I was literally there watching this as it happened. I'm talking literally a millisecond before it smashes into the back of this dude's freaking cerebral cortex and shit. The black SNL actor looking principal grabs the freaking Shaquille O'Neal looking motherfucker by the scruff of his neck and yanks him out of the freaking glass case, saving him by fucking seconds. Talk about the hairs on his chinny chin, nigga. That nigga got saved by this much. Man, talk about Final Destination, nigga. That shit was Final Destination, nigga. Bro. Man, talk about luck. he was unlucky at first because he picked he started shit with the wrong person, but he got very lucky very shortly thereafter. Ooh, so Type of 2 in the chat if you believe that story is the lie.
I was staying in a Hampton Inn in New Jersey when I was visiting Rowan University, a college I potentially wanted to attend. My family couldn't come with me, so I was on my own. After attending campus tours, I went to get a bite to eat at a nearby restaurant, and then went back to the hotel at around 8 p.m., planning on going back to campus again the next day. About an hour after returning to my room, a strange alarm started going off in my room, along with a white light flashing from the corner of the ceiling. A message started looping shortly after as well, saying something along the lines of, "All Hampton Inn guests, please remain in your rooms, this is a lockdown." I'd never heard of a lockdown in a hotel. I never even knew hotels had alarms like this. I found it more interesting and exciting than anything else. Eventually the sound of the alarm stopped, but the light kept flashing, and every 20 seconds or so the message would repeat. It was only like 9:30, so I turned on the TV just as background noise while I started changing clothes and brushing my teeth. I shut the lights when I was done and hopped under the covers. I watched TV for half an hour before shutting it off. The light was still flashing with an obnoxious bright white every few seconds. It was definitely going to hinder my sleep. I was starting to consider calling the front desk to ask what was going on, when the phone rang. It was someone from the front desk.
Oh, I bet.
I was expecting them to tell me something about the alarm and when it would shut off, but instead the person on the other end spoke in a very concerned voice. She told me to remain calm and walk out the door. I took that opportunity to ask her what exactly was going on.
The fuck?
She went on to tell me that there was somebody in the room with me and to get out immediately.
What?
I dropped the phone and instinctively started looking around everywhere. Part of me was curious to see if somebody was in fact in the room. I checked under the bed, looked into the empty bathroom, nobody in either spots. Then, I noticed the closet door right next to the bathroom. It was one of those closets with a wooden sliding door. It was open just a tiny crack, and through that tiny crack, I could see a person's face.
What?
At first, it didn't sink in what I was seeing, but when the door slid shut, that was when I freaked out and ran out the door.
Shit!
The people at the front desk showed me security footage from an hour earlier of some sketchy-looking man walking around the hallways, apparently looking for a certain room. When he got to my door, he opened it with the card he somehow acquired, and that was it. I stayed around as the authorities took the person out in chains. It was a man, of course, on the shorter side, easily 40s. He looked at me as he passed, as if he knew who I was immediately. It's scary thinking back that he may have been watching me for more than an hour from that closet.
Nigga! What was he doing in the closet? Oh, no! You need to get a new room. There's no telling what he left behind. Oh, God. The liquids. Type of nasty shit. W's in the chat to Jonathan the Gamer. What type of nasty shit? Oh, no. No, chat. What type of filthless shit was he doing in there? All right, you guys. Yo, so, okay, so let's see. We're heading to the Discord. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. So this story, let's see. Hold up. Discord. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Chick blew up my phone. I took the chick. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait, hold up. The chick blew up my phone. I took the chick. Wait, what the fuck? I'm gonna reach out to Brand Risk for you. You wanna fight still also offer? Yes. Yes, I will. And Brand Risk. Bro, did you guys been watching the recent Brand Risk fights? Yeah, mate. Bro, jump scare compilations. My bread and butter. Let's do this.
Okay, 5 woogles. Okay, we making progress.
All right, hold up. Wait, hold up. W's in the chat. Jonathan the Gamer just sent 10 directly through the tip jar. All right, y'all. All right, so we're about to check out this jump scare compilation. Don't judge me. I scare easily. Please don't let this scare me. We got this.
Okay, 5 woogles. Okay,
Not
we
scared
making
yet, that's
progress,
good.
but I'm nervous.
I'm not nervous at all. This isn't
Oh!
scary.
What does that mean?
Fortnite
Why
trap. Run, bitch. We lived, right?
What the fuck is happening?
Nigga, get. I don't like that.
Okay, let me see where he's at.
I don't like
Bitch, he's
that.
right next to me. Oh, God!
Mother.
When it's
We gonna
red
edit that
like
out.
this, when you get 6... Can he meet me when I'm going downstairs? I will quit this game. I will quit the entire game. Nope.
Really? Mother.
I
The
gotta keep
fuck
this.
is that?
That's
Is that a gremlin ornament?
Fuck out of, what the fuck is that?
Was that a
Oh, I'm going in a circle. Okay.
was that an anoretic white foster child?
I don't like that sound.
Damn.
Okay, it's locked.
Maybe it looked like he was
again.
related to Smeagol.
Where am I
Shit.
hearing that sound?
Fuck. Who puts a key in the toilet?
Yo,
Bro, who eats their keys? You gonna shit it out?
okay, hey, if I was...
Why do we gotta touch that?
Bitch, I broke
We
my
gonna edit
chair.
that out.
Oh my...
Nobody saw
You
that.
have enough time.
Hey,
to stop
yeah, we
singing.
burgle it.
Oh, God.
Oh God. It's one of my first professions.
Bouncing on this chair.
We gonna edit that out. I actually think no. Okay,
I
cool.
poked my
That's not
chair.
that bad. We're not scared now. It's not scary.
I was about to pay her a compliment.
I
and
just
say that
don't
last
like that game.
She really hit the bravados on point.
Hey, hitting the yike.
My voice did.
My
crack
nigga
a
yiked
little
up.
bit.
What are we doing, man?
The power's already on.
Not me. I've got Indian in my family. I'm not. That didn't get me. Thank God. Hey, it's singing that song. That's not that bad.
That scared
Kitty
the
cat
shit.
speeding train.
My God.
Oh, that.
Don't do that to
I
me
don't
right
like that sound.
now. Oh my
Oh,
God, what is...
Indian heat machine, and then we get raped
Bitch.
by a computer screen.
I almost fainted. Okay, I'm assuming... Oh my...
The hell? The helly?
Wow.
Wow, indubitably.
Ooh, no.
This is scary.
Oh my
Good Lord.
shit.
Okay, that was kind of scary. And then
Let
to
the
get
other
raped
motherfucker
by
get
the...
me too.
Why does the computer screen always have to come in afterwards?
Right,
So?
let me look back in here, this little shower.
Hey, cleanliness is next to godliness.
There go
The
right there.
fuck
I-
type of backwards compatible
Oh!
shit is that? That shit didn't even scare me.
Bitch, what the fuck is
That's
that?
better. Still known as cigar.
I hope she didn't eat all her cereal before she passed. Oh God!
Nigga, there ain't shit scary about that. Hey, what's up, Amber Rose?
Oh
Shit.
God!
Hey, what's up, bitch? That's not scary.
Oh my God! She's
Nigga, let her
right
catch
fucking
you.
there.
Hold on, bitch. I got condoms.
Wow, how could she be mad?
Bitch.
Oh God!
Shit. Oh, that's not bad.
What
No,
the-
hey,
bitch,
where you
what
going?
was
You got the-
that? The chill.
Is that the bathroom? You showering again? Round 6?
Oh!
Oh, not sexy. No, God. Oh, wait. No, her mouth
This
been open
bitch
wide.
will
Never
snap
mind.
my
Bitch.
neck.
Baby, keep your mouth
Oh my
wide.
bitch.
Let me
Okay,
get
all
this
right, no, we
deed
good.
right. Man, hopefully
Should
that.
I run now?
What the
I am
frick?
running!
The pussy?
I'm
No.
out.
No
I'm out.
octopus.
Oh, God. Maybe they're not active until like...
No
Six.
octopussy. Is this Outlast?
Handle that.
Medieval
Oh my
Outlast.
God.
Love it. Huh?
my
Pentagram
God.
and everything. Nigga, no. Don't do that.
Bitch! I'm back! Wait, oh no, I'm still good. What is happening? I don't know what direction he's
The
coming
fuck game
from.
is that?
Oh God! Oh God!
Run. No. Close the door.
Where am I?
What are you doing?
Oh, whoa! That bitch is here too!
Nigga!
Oh God!
Nigga!
Only
I don't do this.
Oh God!
Only
You
eggs
lost
can
weight?
sustain me.
You
No!
look good.
It's over! Jump out the window!
What?
Bitch,
Oh,
look
it's
at this!
you're chalk,
Oh my
man.
God!
Never let a woman get that close behind you.
That scared the shit out of me. My stamina is fucked!
Stand him up.
Oh!
Ah!
Okay, uh-oh.
Stand him up.
Guys!
Ah!
I was too
The
late.
fuck game is that? The fuck?
What the fuck was that?
That's how they feel?
Is
Who-
the
who's
animal
singing?
coming?
Hey,
What is
not
that?
sexy anymore.
I'm fucked.
Definitely not
I
sexy
don't have
anymore.
enough stamina to.
That black smoke or
Maybe at least see the dog. What the fuck?
Come on, niggas. She got breasts for legs. Oh God, Jesus. Why does that turn me on?
Oh, that scared the
We'll
fuck.
edit that out.
No!
Less sexy the second time.
Oh, I heard. Oh God! Oh!
That bitch ain't got no anus.
No. Oh, God.
What's the rest of her anus?
Wait a.
The fuck is that? What do we just keep?
This bitch is magical.
You wanna edit that out? Oh, that's not sexy.
Donkey, go backwards!
Not misery.
Ow!
Bitch.
Go downstairs to something. Where is she? Ow! I don't like the whispering shit.
Oh.
Bitch, go. Oh, God!
Damn,
Did
bitch.
I make that noise?
A sledgehammer though? Bitch, you
Ow! What
okay.
is this girl shit? Oh, God!
Oh, shit.
You know what? I saw her when I glanced up a little.
I had a
saw her
foster
looking at the-
mother that looked like this lady.
Oh, my God!
Her name was Miss Pryor.
This bitch.
She sucked.
Oh, that's where you put.
Not even a good way.
Oh!
That's accurate.
Insurrection. Oh shit. Oh my God! Oh my God! The
Yeah,
side of her
bitch.
shit. Ah, he's right behind me. Oh, my God!
Motherfucker.
Oh my God! I hit my fucking finger too under my desk. Oh! Oh my God! I didn't even
Oh.
see that bitch coming. Why am I scared of a little girl? What's she gonna do? Hug me? Oh my God! Okay, I ain't gonna lie, that got me. Oh my God. Okay.
Robert,
He gonna jump scare me, but I'm ready.
What game is
I
this?
was not ready. My God. Oh,
What game is this?
hey, that tongue,
Hey guys, what game is this?
bitch. I was not expecting that. She got me. Okay. Okay, which one's the light, bitch?
Oh, God.
Not
Actually,
that
I'm
light.
gonna
Hold
play
up.
this.
Oh! Oh shit! Oh God! Oh!
fuck?
See, that's what I get. I don't know where she. Okay. Had me getting nervous for nothing. Oh! Oh my God! Oh, no! No, baby girl, you're new. You think you look good? No! I don't know where she is. Oh God, am I risking my life? Oh! Oh my God! Why is the music popping? Okay, hold up, bitch. I cannot. Am I getting chased? Am I already getting chased? Oh! I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh my God, that bitch is scary. Oh God. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I knew it. Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
What's game's scary as hell, man.
Shut your ass up. You come out here and do this shit, man. What happened to my lighter? Uh-oh, no. 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 Uh-oh. Oh! I'm going dookie. You need to leave me alone. I need privacy. Pills. Pill. It's very lit here. Can I grab one? Is she coming in here? Okay, maybe she wants her blow dryer. Maybe that's the whole game. Because her hair was kind of jacked up. Oh!
It's not too bad.
Uh-oh, she's coming. I don't know what.
Flashlight. Oh, fuck.
She!
Let's go back. Nigga.
Oh, she's coming back.
I wouldn't just
Ready.
not open the door.
F. I swear I pushed F. What the F? Ha!
Very understandable. All right, so the third story is when I was younger, I was getting bullied by this really, really, really short dude. Ooh. The third story is my very, 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 very first bully was a midget. Yep. So type number 3 if you believe that one is the lie. See you guys next video. Twisms.
This is something you guys have been requesting the hell out of for a long time. It took a lot of time.
What it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD, aka Tyrone Koppel. Very extremely long distance paranormal investigative reporter. And today we're here to check out some stories you guys have sent to me in the Discord of the DMs, because that's where it goes down at. At least that's what Yo Gotti says. Called 3 Creepy School Lockdown Stories. Now, let's do this. Now, of course, at the end of this, during these stories, I will be telling you guys 3 of my own stories. Either 2 to 3 of my own scary real life. Probably school lockdown or some other type of lockdown or crazy story from anywhere else. And you guys have to choose which story is the lie. Because we playing 2 truths. Because today we play 2 truths and a lie. And y'all got to figure out which one's the lie. Let's do this. We're going to add that out.
This is something you guys have been requesting the hell out of for a long time. It took a lot of time, but I finally found 3 stories that take place during school lockdowns. It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us, so everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened.
This guy sounds like the spitting image of my math teacher, Mr. Overdorf. Nigga.
Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills, and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you."
Somebody get the pistol.
It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life.
Shoot.
My
Shoot
teacher
indiscriminately.
shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door. And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door, but eventually he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore.
Hey, you ladies in there want to kick it? Oh, no, we're okay. All right. You guys have a nice day. Ah! Ah! We gonna edit that out. What's the famous links?
I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening.
Oh, I bet.
The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up.
How can he? How is he both homeless and but can also afford a gun? The fuck? Get a hotel room.
For example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs. Alright, so we're gonna modify it. At the end of this story, at the end of this story time video, I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and you guys type in the comment section down below. Type of 1 if you believe the story is true. Type of 2 if you believe the story is false. My school has 2 lunch periods. First lunch period is for all 6th graders and some 7th graders. The second lunch period is for the other half of the 7th graders and all 8th graders. The lockdown happened in the beginning of October. The day the lockdown occurred, it was overcast and rainy. During the first lunch period, I heard 4 loud booms. I personally thought it was thunder, but the entire lunch crowd started screaming. I was thinking those kids were just serious pussies, but the campus security came in and started yelling at people to go into the multi-purpose room, and the kids who were in line buying lunch had to throw out their lunch and come inside. Me and some friends went inside the room along with a huge group of other kids. Everyone was curious as to what was happening. Our multi-purpose room is huge, and the back wall of the room is made of see-through glass. When me and my friends were rushed inside the campus, security was covering the glass with the curtains, and there were adults at every exit. My friend Eric was curious, as well as the rest of us, so he asked one of the adults what was going on. When he came back, he said, "You know how right in front of TMS there's those houses?" I replied, "Yeah." "There's this mentally disabled, crazy man that barricaded himself in front of his house, and he's threatening to commit suicide and kill the cops if he's evicted.
What the
He was
fuck we
walking
gotta
around
get?
outside of school watching kids in a weird way," Eric told us. It turned out the man was also a registered sex offender, making matters worse. We were stuck in the multi-purpose room for a whole hour, taking up 2 periods. After the whole thing was settled, we were escorted to our classrooms one by one. I later found out that the man lives next to my friend Brandy, who told me about the previous Halloween when she saw the same man at his window cutting his arm and writing in his own blood, "Don't come here or I'll kill you," on his window. Of course, being Halloween, people, including Brandy, assumed it was just for the holiday.
My nigga crazy
But
as hell.
after this horrific incident, we knew this man was mental, and we're glad he never got near us.
That is one. Good story.
I'm 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement. The basement of the school is very messy and disorganized, but there is a small 3-person office that's actually very nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat screen TV mounted on the wall, and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school. And of
That's
course
what's up,
all
that
the school
reminds you of your old
servers and
elementary school.
other computery stuff. I got the job because 3 of my old computer teachers flat out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher figures, so they all helped tremendously in landing me this job. It's been great, until something that happened a few weeks ago. My 2 coworkers that
Abigail.
shared the office with
What's
me,
up, Roger?
Dave and Gary,
What's up, I'm back.
weren't in the office
What's
at
up,
the
Rehan
time.
Sutton?
They were upstairs working on papers or whatever. I was eating my sandwich during my lunch break when I got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school. There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off the lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it, just a big opening, and the door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock. For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office and my computer screen. I kept my phone on the desk, texting both Gary and Dave, but they wouldn't respond. I sat down there in the dark, playing games on my phone for like 20 minutes, waiting
I
for the
bet.
call from up front to tell me to resume
Hi,
working.
Ali.
I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't hear what was going on upstairs from down here. But I was not allowed to make any calls until I was informed that the lockdown was over. Then, the noisy basement door opened. As the creaking echoed across the basement and into my office, I sat up from my seat, wondering if I should call out Gary or Dave. I was eager to get some info from them. Someone then came running down the stairs, and their footsteps were approaching my office. I pushed away my chair and crawled under my desk. Somebody entered the office but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence. I can't even describe the fear I was experiencing. I felt like if I made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message. I felt my entire world shrivel up and die at that one moment as I clenched my teeth in fear. Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until I finally dove out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me. And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me up. It was some guy in a red plaid button-up, jeans, and a reddish-black cap. He told me, "It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you." "What's going on up there?" I whispered to him. He kind of ignored my question and asked me if there's an exit down here. I told him, yeah, around that way. Before he could do anything else, I asked him, "Who are you?" There was a brief moment of silence before he started explaining he was coming in to pick up his son when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation, I checked my phone and saw the text I received was from Dave. It said, "Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs." I was about to reread that text out loud to the man until I realized. I looked up and felt my stomach sink. The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare. Panicking, all I could think to do was to run for the upstairs. A gunshot echoed through the basement and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness. But thank God the bullet missed me and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door. More good news, our teacher Mr. Buckley survived the gunshot. It was later determined that the man and Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
I don't know if I heard the end of that. Hold up.
Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
Please don't shoot it. Thank you. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so 2 stories, 1 truth, 1 lie. Alright, so let's see. When I was 15, I was in high school and I had a crush on this girl, bro. This chick was beautiful. Man, I think her name was like Esmeralda or something exotic like that. Now, as my luck would have it, of course, I felt like this chick didn't know who I was. She would have never talked to me. I never would have gotten a chance with her. None of that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, one day there's a school lockdown. Someone, the fire bells go off. They yell over the freaking PA that this is not a drill. Everyone needs to get under their desks. All the lights get turned off. Like, it's real scary stuff. So I hide up under my desk, and then about 20 minutes later, they're like, okay, everybody from up under the desk, you guys all get up, and I want you to put your hands in front of you and, like, you know, just kind of feel your way around until you find a wall so that you don't accidentally hurt yourself. So and mind you, it's pitch black in this room. I couldn't see anything. I'm walking around, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking around, and I'm, like, trying to find out where, like, you know, I'm trying to find out where stuff is, and I find this surface. I'm thinking it's a wall, right? So I put my hand on one of the surfaces, and I put my hand on the other one, and then I'm using this as a wall. I'm thinking it's a wall. They turn on the lights. I've got both my hands on the breasts of the girl I had a crush on, the most beautiful girl in school. What's messed up is she smiles at me because she thought I was like, that's what I was trying to do. She smiles at me, grabs my wrist, and tries to pull me closer. I panicked and ran for my life. Never got to kick it with her ever again. That's a scary story. You know what I mean? And my second scary story is, you know what I mean, I joined the Army when I was like 16. You know what I mean? So I go in for combat engineering, but they end up having me do combat for a while. And as I'm in, you know what I mean, like, I ended up getting into it with this really, really racist weirdo dude, you know, at the Army base, and I ended up getting thrown out of the Army at the age of 16. You know what I mean? Crazy stuff. Let's do this. Type of 1 in the chat if the first story is the lie. Type of 2 in the chat if the second story is the lie. Yeah. want to get to know you. Blah, 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 baby. But yo, what's really funny is, yeah. What it is, guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD. And today we are here to check out a video called none other than 4 True College Lockdown Stories. Scary stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys my own college school lockdown story. And you guys get to type of 1 in the chat if you believe that story is true. Type of 2 in the chat if you believe the story is not true. Let's do this. What's really cool, Famous, is they did a study, and it's a scientific study. They backed it up with information and everything. And they said that people who are uninteresting themselves cannot believe interesting things about other people. It's literally a study. It says, so like, if you told me a story and, you know, I've never had something like what happened in your story happen to me, then 98% of the time I'm going to say that you're lying. Not because I actually think you're lying, but because if I admit that your story happened, then in some weird, strange way, the human brain could categorize it as I'm admitting that he's better than me. You know what I mean? Which no one will ever do. So that's why they say that if you tell stories, you know, you should just tell them. And, you know, yeah. Never, ever actually ask if anyone thinks anything is true, because this is the internet. You know what I mean? It's always opposites. It's kind of like the same reason why people say, your boos mean nothing. I've seen what you cheer for, you know? But, nice try though, Famous. A valid attempt. Let me see, hold up. All right, 4 short college horror stories. I got a lot of college stories. College horror stories, actually. Very horror.
It was my first year of university. I had just finished unpacking all of my stuff into my room, and my family had just left. Later on that same day, my roommate finally arrived, and right from the get-go, I knew this kid was the most socially inept person I'd ever met. I introduced myself as Dan, sticking out my arm for a handshake. He paused, looked down at my arm as if he didn't understand at first, then laughed and went, "Oh," and gave me an almost dead fish handshake. I had to ask him for his name since he didn't even tell me when we shook hands. He was Dale. I tried to make small talk, but he just answered my questions with yes or no's, occasionally awkwardly laughing or smiling. Within minutes, we were both just sitting on our beds, on our laptops, not talking to each other. I was upset and planned on requesting to be placed with a different roommate. Anyone would be better than Dale. I thought Dale was just a really awkward kid, but I soon learned he was much more than just that. I met some of the other kids on my floor and they seemed cool, so that was good. I came back to my dorm after looking around campus the first night to find Dale still in the same position he was in when I left. I said, "What's up, Dale?" and he didn't answer. Not to my surprise. It was 9:30, I didn't have anything to do, so I turned out the lamp on my side of the room and went to bed. I didn't actually fall asleep anytime soon though. Dale was on his laptop until 3 in the morning. When he finally closed his laptop, I fell asleep pretty quickly, but I woke up within the hour. The blinds to our room had been opened, and the moonlight now creeping into the room made everything visible, including Dale sitting on the side of his bed, looking at me. I sat up, rubbed my eyes, and said, "Dale, what the hell are you doing?" He whispered back, "Sorry," and laid down. The next morning, I woke up to find Dale had already gotten up. I felt like it was the first time he left the room. It was a Saturday. The first Saturday of the year, meaning orientation and all the campus festivities.
First Saturday of the year.
During the orientation, as my group was walking by the school gardens, I heard a couple of students ahead of me saying, "What is that kid doing in there?" I saw who they were talking about. It was Dale, literally sitting in the dirt behind a patch of bushes, rubbing the bark of a tree with his hand. The orientation leader didn't notice, otherwise I'm sure she would have said something. I just walked by not saying anything, eventually telling the two kids I overheard that he was my roommate as a way to start a conversation and maybe make some friends. They apologized for me. None of us really knew if it was appropriate to laugh or not, but we did. I made friends with those two kids, and we made plans to get together that night. I also learned when I got back to my dorm that the school found another roommate for me. Things seemed to be turning around quickly for the better. I left the room that night to go meet up with the two kids I met, and when I got back, Dale was sitting on the desk chair facing the door. I said, "Oh, hey, what's up?" He said nothing, very matter-of-factly. I sat down on my bed and opened my laptop, and realized I forgot to lock it. I also realized that all of my emails had been opened. Emails I was pretty sure I didn't even read, and a bunch of folders of mine had been opened. Dale must have snooped through my laptop. When I asked him if he did, he responded no very loudly, half a second after I even finished my question. I could read him like a book. This creepy kid was literally going through my computer when I was out.
Damn.
I knew he did it, but I didn't pursue it. I was ready to go to bed, so as I went into my bed to look for my pajamas, I felt like my clothing had all been moved around as well. I knew I'd be out of there forever by tomorrow, so I didn't say anything. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of a zipper. I sat up and saw Dale on the ground, going through my bag. I turned the lamp on, this time confronting him about it.
Man, I thought that was a different zipper, bruh. Scared the shit out of me, woke me right up. That's a real scary horror story to me, man. I'm sleeping in my bed, and there's a dude sleeping in the other bed in the other side of the room. I'm asleep, and I'm awoken by somebody's zipper. Zzz! I swear someone is not making it out of there alive, bro. Somebody got to go. Homie got to go. Got to send him straight up after that one.
He played dumb, saying, "I think you have my toothbrush by mistake." It was the closest thing to wits that he'd shown up until that point. Still, I knew he was lying, and I knew something was wrong with him, so I couldn't get physical with him. The next day, I met my new roommate in the same building, and everything went well. Sunday night, after having a decent conversation with my roommate, who was no social butterfly, but was miles better than Dale, we both turned off our lights and went to bed. For the third night in a row, I woke up at some off hour of the night to a strange noise. It was a weird clicking noise. It wasn't consistent, but I'd hear it at least twice every 30 seconds. I got up, hoping to find something innocent, like a heavy bag putting pressure on a weak floorboard, or even a mouse. But as I scoped out the room, I realized the sound was actually coming from the other side of the door. The nightlight in the common area was always on, so when I looked through the peephole, I was able to see the scalp of the person standing on the other side of our door. They were looking down, so I couldn't see their face, but now that I was paying attention, I realized the tiny clicking noises were actually coming from the doorknob. I was sure the person was trying to unlock the door. I dialed the number for the campus police department, and they showed up in under 5 minutes to the common room, and only then did I feel it was safe to open the door. I found the officers to have Dale in cuffs.
W's in the chat. Jonathan the Gamer says, check out the tip jar. Jonathan the Gamer said 10, 20 directly to the tip jar. Yo, let's see. Tip jar. Yes. Dang it. He knows my ailments. He knows things that scares me. All right, guys. What it is, guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today we are here to check out none other than 10 terrifying shark attacks had the nerve to be caught on CCTV. Now, as you guys already know, me and the water don't get along. Yeah, I'm saying we've just never cultivated a friendship. I've tried swimming in it, okay, but after watching enough pictures and videos and movies of what's in the water, I decided a long time, nigh at birth out this bitch, that I wouldn't be participating in the shit. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we gonna watch it from long distance and probably still ruin my sleep. Twisms. I mean, let's do this. I mean, shit. We gonna edit that out.
Great white in South Africa that
You're
smiled
joking
for
me.
the camera,
You
and a
can't
spear
put that in
fisherman
my-
in
in front of
Florida
me.
who fought off multiple bull sharks, to a South Korean fishing boat that wasn't prepared for this extra passenger, and divers in Mossel Bay who came within inches of this monster's massive jaw.
Let me
Here
get
are
this.
10 terrifying shark
least
attacks
two.
caught on camera.
At least 2 inches. Away from getting killed by the shark.
Rick Caton is a charter boat captain in the Outer Banks, North Carolina. On July 30th of 2019, he and a few paying customers took his boat, Free Agent, out for some deep-sea fishing near the Outer Banks. They
Oh,
were
I bet.
supposed to be targeting bluefish and Spanish mackerel,
Oh, shit,
but one of
blueface?
them
When's his
accidentally
next
hooked a
concert?
blacktip shark.
That's wild that
Instead
they
of
target
releasing
blueface.
the massive fish, Rick's crew decided to reel
Yay.
it in. That's when the shark's survival instincts kicked in, and it latched onto Rick's leg.
My nigga said, you got me. Yep, there it is. That's what happens. I see the bottom of the Brimy Deep. Davy Jones locker, nigga.
Thankfully, Rick was okay. He quickly ordered one of the other men to grab a bottle of Clorox bleach to clean the wound. This led to more painful screaming, but it prevented the bite from getting infected. While bleach kills harmful bacteria and prevents infection, it also kills good bacteria that helps your body heal. It's also extremely painful, as Rick quickly learned. Gentler antiseptics, such as alcohol and hydrogen peroxide, are safer and easier to use. In the end, Captain Rick got the last laugh. He cooked the shark and ate it for dinner.
Show us the video of this
Everyone
nigga
remembers
pouring
the
bleach on
iconic
his leg.
cage scene from Jaws. The steel bars were supposed to protect Hooper. Instead, they trapped him underwater with his back against the wall. Thankfully, real-life cages are very safe. On June 30th of 2015, divers in Mossel Bay, South Africa, learned firsthand how sturdy shark cages are. A
Oh.
massive great white latched onto the bars and showed no signs of letting go. If you didn't know any better, you might think this was B-roll from Jaws.
Oh no! Trying to Happy Meal her ass. Delicious ass bitch. That nigga really mad.
According to our camera woman, Hillary Petrosky, the 11-foot shark bent one of the round buoys in half. She described it as insane and quite the up-close and personal experience. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and the shark swam away. Shark
Definitely
cages
quite
are
the
built to withstand charges and bites from
experience.
great white sharks, which have the strongest bite force of any animal on Earth. How
Damn.
strong? About 4,000 pounds per square inch, or roughly 25 times stronger than humans.
Those titties.
They say sharks can smell blood in the water from over a mile away. While sharks have an incredible sense of smell, this statement is more myth than fact. In reality, only some sharks can smell blood in the water from about a quarter mile away. Still, it's pretty impressive. These sharks off the coast of Miami, Florida, were only a few hundred feet away when their nostrils caught their favorite scent. It was April 25th of 2018. A fishing boat had just hooked a bull shark when an even bigger shark emerged to steal the catch.
Oh, hey. I see it. Well,
lift slow and steady. That's it. See how you get? You're gaining on them.
shit,
Come,
this is
there she
scary.
comes.
This is
neither.
scary. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
what time is it where you guys are at? Where you guys from?
That's a bull
And
shark.
would
too.
you guys
He's got-
ever do
He's
this?
got something.
Go out
Some
trying to
Jason.
fish the shark.
Yeah, another shark.
Oh, look at the shark.
What you gonna eat 'em with?
Holy
Probably tastes great. Right? Oh my god. Oh.
Pardon my language, but holy. Did you get that on video? Oh my god. Oh.
Oh my God, there's any
Here,
more.
let me help you.
You take it. You take it.
Damn, yeah, don't get in that water.
Part of that.
Wow. Wow. Ladies, I've never seen anything quite like that.
It's
That,
really than that.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
beastly. I mean, that was just
Wait, does that
beastly.
mean more gonna come around?
Most likely with all that blood in the
Yeah.
water.
Oh, wow.
Notice how more sharks arrive as the tailless bull keeps thrashing. This may be because they heard the thrashing instead of smelling the blood. A shark's sense of hearing is far better than its sense of smell and sight. Generally, they can hear you for over a mile and smell you from about 430 yards, but they can only see you from roughly 30 feet away.
That's wild fact.
Tasmania is a large island off the southeastern tip of Australia. Its temperate, subtropical waters make it the perfect breeding and hunting ground for great white sharks. On July 29th of 2020, a father-son duo set sail to film seals off the coast of Tasmania. They must have ventured too close because a 15-foot great white mistook their boat for dinner.
I thought those were people diving in the water. Yeah, those are dolphins. Ah! Shit! That was scary.
At first, the father-son team thought a whale had crashed into their speedboat. But when they returned to shore, they noticed teeth marks on the bow. In the footage, you can see the shark's tail flipping out of the water before the boat speeds away. Our cameramen admitted that they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. The seal colony was the shark's domain, and they were the ones trespassing. It didn't help that it was winter in Australia either. The great whites know that seal pups are learning to swim around this time of year. For them, it's like pulling up to a drive-thru and
And
ordering
thank
a
you, Apex
McSeal.
Prince. Shout out to the Mod Squad. W's
On
in the chat
November
to Jonathan the
14th
Gamer.
of 2024,
Prince.
the commercial vessel Tongyung Venus set sail off the southern coast of South Korea for some late-night fishing. Workers on board the ship were chatting amongst themselves as they waited for fish to nibble on their lines. That's when something grabbed the leftmost line. But instead of letting the angler reel it in, this big boy leaped from the water and slapped him in the face.
뭐지? 터졌나?
Gotta see this.
Oh.
아니다.
Oh no!
남아 있으면 남아 있으면 근데 배 다치겠다.
배 부서지겠다.
와. 잡은 게 아니죠. 네.
걸리면 다 죽는다.
fuck?
아이 큰일 났다 이거.
Maybe Shark's drink.
네 그런 것 같아요. 봤죠?
Their new passenger was a 220-pound, 7-foot mako shark. Once it calmed down, the crew corralled it near the rear hatch and released it into the ocean. The one fisherman caught a tail fin to the face, which left a scratch under his eyes. He was a lifelong angler who had never had a shark jump on his boat like that. He called it a chilling experience and a reminder that anything can happen at sea. Lionfish are an invasive species. Their growing populations in the US, the Caribbean, and parts of the Gulf of Mexico threaten the well-being of coral reefs and other marine ecosystems. They're carnivores who feed on small crustaceans and fish. And because they aren't native to these waters, they have few natural predators. It doesn't help that their spines are venomous and extremely painful. Lionfish cullers will dive into the reefs and spear as many as possible to deal with the issue. Stay-at-home dad Jason Dimitri wanted to do his part. He dove into the waters near Grand Cayman, hoping to spear a few lionfish. This reef shark didn't realize that Jason was only trying to help.
What, like an underwater chihuahua? The fuck? Shouldn't be in there. Look at that nigga like he's delicious. That would be the scariest thing in the world to me right there. You ain't gotta get any no jump scares.
Thankfully, Jason swam away before the shark could hurt him. He did lose his entire container of lionfish, though. Environmental officers believe this shark attacked because reckless divers fed them lionfish, hoping the sharks would learn to hunt the invasive species on their own. It was a bad idea with good intentions, as the sharks began associating lionfish colors with dinner instead. 2015 was a record-breaking year for shark attacks, with 98 incidents reported worldwide. Florida topped the list with 30 of those attacks, earning a reputation as the shark attack capital of the world. On March 15th of 2015, 4 Key West fishermen paddled out in 2 canoes. One of them accidentally caught a 10-foot bull shark, which didn't appreciate the hook in its gills. The aggressive predator quickly turned on the fishermen, forcing them to fight for their lives.
That is not like 7. That's huge. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hold on to that thing.
Oh jeez. Do you see that? I don't know. He attacked us. He literally attacked us. Oh my gosh!
When we slow it down, you can see the shark's head pop out of the water. The man in the chair came dangerously close to losing a piece of his rear end. According to our fishermen, the shark returned several more times before breaking free. It swam away, and the friends returned to shore unharmed. They may not have caught any fish, but they had one heck of a story to tell. On January 8th of 2023,
Good Jack Avery.
20-year-old Tristan Gandy went spearfishing for red snapper off the coast of Panama City, Florida. Clad in scuba gear and armed with a spear gun, he dove 90 feet to search an old shipwreck. Tristan
gun.
wasn't the only one searching the wreckage that day. Before he knew it, several bull sharks were circling him as he literally had lunch dangling from his hip. Watch how he keeps tabs on them and narrowly fights them off with his spear gun.
Well, I wouldn't trust this at all.
In the end, Tristan did the smart thing. He let go of his catch and allowed the bull sharks to feed while he swam to safety. Now, this wasn't the first time he'd encountered sharks, though they'd never been this aggressive. Typically, the bulls swim by to see what's going on. These sharks must have been extra hungry. Tristan realizes he should have released his catch sooner. He only hesitated because the fish he had caught were worth roughly $300 at market. Bull sharks are known for their aggressive reputation. They can live in salt and freshwater environments and are responsible for the third most attacks on humans, behind tiger sharks and the legendary great white. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. As always, thanks for watching and be sure to tune in next time.
All right, you guys, I'll be right back. About to go to the bathroom real quick. Let me see.
Oh my god! Ooh, bitch. This bitch knows this place like the back of its shaft. This way. Okay, like that. There you go. I'm proud of you. No, bitch. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why it's telling me to run right now. I don't like it, but I like it. Stop. Do I go in here? No, you gotta keep going down. Bitch, I look like what the hell? That scared me. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. What? Hold on, wait. Oh, she see me. That bitch saw me. Salt? Where the fuck did she go? Oh my god! Oh, hell no! Hell no! Bitch, hide! Oh! What the fuck is happening?
Where is she? Where did she go?
Okay, it's a wrap. There's gonna be a jump scare. There's gonna be a jump scare.
All right, you guys, I'll be right back.
My boys! This bitch is coming this way! I'm fucked! Oh! Oh! Can I get up? Okay. Baby girl got a little swag to her walk. Oh my... Oh, shit! we go. Look around. Can I look at her thighs? Oh! Does she? What? We have some Outlast shit. Oh my God! Is he in here? Stop fucking with me. My boy. Oh my God, bitch! There's some big fucking dolls too. Let's play. Fuck that, bitch. I'm Emily. Oh my God! I was about to say about Emily, bitch. Does the bitch have to scream too? Yo, I'm not ready. I thought this was gonna be an instant game. Oh my God! What the fuck? How to use the first aid? It's not L for first aid. H for health? I don't know how to use the first aid. Where the fuck? Oh my God! Oh my God! I feel another one. Oh my God! Ah! Oh my God! I can't. Oh my God! Where? 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 Okay, let me see. That one open. Oh my God! Oh my God! The little bitch is crazy! Oh my God! All right, your boy looked up the answer online. Oh my God! What the fuck was that?
You said map. This is.
Look,
I'm
I
going
said
backwards.
a left.
I'm going backwards.
Go
right?
turn around. Oh!
What the fuck, dog?
I'm gonna get that paper.
Okay, so.
That's it?
He hit
You
me.
died?
He started crumping on me.
You can't put that in your inventory? Oh my God! I can't! Oh my God! I can't! I cannot! I can't do it! What the fuck was that?